Morrow Mondays is back with a bang, and we're kicking off with the Season 2 premiere, Ablification, Episode 1 of Season 2. And we have 3 delicious facts to get stuck into. So we have got fact numero uno. It's the introduction of Lone League of American Nationalists. The masks used when raping Gemma are the same masks from Halloween. Fun fact, the actor of Ethan Sobel was in Halloween 20 years later. And fact numero 3, the definition of the title of the episode is the process of making something white, referring to the injection of neo-Nazis into the show, and they want to make Charming white and prosper because they are supremacists. And that is the bottom line for them. Thoughts on the facts? I like the fact that
I didn't really like the way he glossed over fact 1, went straight into fact 2, but yeah, apart from that, it was pretty good.
Well, League of American Nationalists, they debut in this episode. I feel like I'd more go into depth when they get introduced, when they're sipping on their coffee. Their big cups of coffee, not the Sopranos where they sip on little kiddie cups of coffee. I don't get that.
Those kiddie cups piss me off. Like, how much are you paying for that?
Exactly. Just to sip on a wee bit of...
One sip and it's gone?
Yeah, I didn't get it, but we do kick off the episode with the opening montage. They're testing out some KG9s, brother. We've got Opie riding alone with Piney dropping off the grandkids, and he looked severely pissed off here, didn't he?
Well, probably because he's having to do a bit of fucking family work.
He drops off the kids, tells Kenny to look after his sister, and then he takes the toothpick like a Poundland Razor Ramon and's like, it's our world. Unser's praying in the chapel, and Gemma notices him. But we've got, kicking off essentially with a deal here with the introduction of Edwin Hayes, the son of Cameron Hayes, and they want the sons to run the guns, but they're going to have to do all the assembling. Usually they would buy them and they're already pre-made, pre-assembled, but the sons here are getting shafted and they're only going to get 20%. And Clay brings up the fact, well, we get 60 and they're already assembled, and then like, right, we'll vote it. The sons start discussing the vote, and it seems like at this point Clay's kind of had his balls grabbed by Jax because of the whole Opie thing, and he kind of lets Jax dictate this deal. What did you think about it?
He doesn't really let Jax dictate it. Jax just got to go there and does it. Clay is clearly pissed off.
Yeah, Clay's clearly pissed off, but you know, he could have stepped in, but he knows the leverage is hanging over him.
No, that would make them look weak if they're going to negotiate, and then he's fucking negotiating with his own guy while they're trying to negotiate with Irish.
Aye, but they could have did it in the wee bit off to the side.
Yeah, they could, aye.
Didn't have to do it here, but Cameron Hayes tells them that Edwin is going to be running point here in Cali. Again, should this guy really be running point for the IRA? What age is Edwin Hayes like? I mean, the guy must be early 20s.
Aye.
And he's running point. I don't get it. But they're discussing percentages.
It's a bit like should S.A. Alvarez be
Dane hits.
Be trying to take out the president of the Mother Charter, like, you know, it's...
I mean, he probably shouldn't be, but they get 20%, 30%, then they get the 25%, and then they finally agree on 28%.
20 is just a difficult percent. You'd need a calculator to do every single transaction. Like, it's just way too difficult. Yeah. Keep it to round amounts or fives, you know, like 20, 25, 30, 35. Soon you're going to 28. How do you even split that? I know how you split it, like, it's just, but it's an awkward amount, you know, it's just weird.
Like, see the amount of hassle it would be to split the money at 28, you may as well just take the 30.
Well, you need the IRA to allow you to take the 30. To that.
Clay then calls a vote, everyone agrees, but then again, not everyone's present at this meet, so what's going on? Clay calling a wee vote here behind people's back, but Bobby, he's getting his release papers. Stall said that aye, they kept him up as long as they could, but he has to go, and he calls her a bitch. And then Bobby's getting it. What do you make of Bobby getting it?
About time. I don't know why they've held on for him for so long. She says they're allowed to like hold you for 3 weeks to see if the case is reopened or whatever, but 3 weeks, say Bobby fucking sitting in a cell. Didn't lose any weight though, so I wonder what he's doing for 3 weeks.
Exactly. Tig then pulls Clay aside, says, what we going to do about Opie, because he's back today. He says that Jax and Piney both know it wasn't the Niners, and then Clay's like, we're going to have to get some police intel from Tramo. And then Opie returns, him and Jax embrace. And then, what's her name? Mary's like, you got to look after your kids. And Opie's like, no. Do you blame him? How shit would this premiere have been? And Opie went, you know what, Jax? I'm not really feeling retaliation. I'm feeling more Thomas the Tank Engine with the kids.
It wouldn't have been too good.
No, it really wouldn't have been.
You can't make much of a story out of that, like.
No, you couldn't. And then we get the introduction of Lone. Well, actually, the introduction of, Jacob Hale, David Hale's big brother, and they're talking about the fact that Charmin is under a hold from Sam Crow and they want to make it prosper. But what I like about Davey Hale, he's straight down the middle. He sees that these guys are bad and immediately calls them out on it.
I'm not swapping one problem for another.
He could have been a shite bag and just talked to Jacob about it after, but he actually told them to their face, "Wide hate. How many Latino and black members are in your gang, buddy?" And they're like,
0.
"None." And Hale's like, "Fuck you. White hate, I'll never surrender. I'm Captain America, brother." I think David Hale would make for a good president.
Aye, go for it.
You know,
Hale
definitely.
for president.
Jacob can't believe that Davy's jobbed out, and then he's like, he's letting his collar get the best of him, and then as he goes outside, Jacob's about to confront him. "Grow up, baby brother." Sam Crow drive past, and he's like, maybe I should turn to the dark side, but he doesn't mind. But we've got Abel, he just needs some more food, he needs beefed up, because Abel was born premature. And then we get Jax, he visits Hale, talks about the suspicions about Clay and that they don't want it. They can't reveal anything because it's not what's best for Opie. And then Hale's kind of, again, doing the 50-50 thing here. Like, who gives a fuck about Opie? We got to bring justice to the table. Should Hale have went all out and...
Wouldn't be getting justice be doing what's right for Opie?
Yeah.
Or doing what's right for Donna? Like, I don't get what Jax is saying here. I get it's the club and it would tear the club apart, but... At the end of the day, man, fucking whoever killed his wife should be the one that's
held
accountable.
Exactly, held accountable. But
I don't see how the plan they come up with to kill, a Mayan is good for Opie. Like, it's just giving them a false sense of belief.
Exactly. Jebba finds Unser outside the hospital. This guy's just never doing police work. He was getting treatment here for his cancer. He was getting chemo, so I'm not going to bury him too much. But then he says his wife's jobbed him out. And that Hale is actually, in fact, picking him up. So Hale's going to pick him. Hale's doing everything this episode, isn't he?
Captain Hale flying about, making sure everything's alright.
Goddamn right. Weston then gives Darby £5,000, well, dollars actually, to get him operational in Charmin. And then he tells him to hide the SWATs to get. And then Darby's like, "What? I'm not ashamed of it." And he's like, "It's not because it's she.
You haven't earned it."
Like, what was Darby thinking here? Did he honestly think this guy who's covered in literally every Nazi thing under the sun's really going to be like, "Oh, you can't show that in it"?
Yeah. I'm surprised Darby just took that off him. Like, "Yo, you haven't earned it. You're not racist enough. You haven't earned it." He also wanted him to hire whiter workers, or not whiter, just white in general.
Can't afford the white guys. But again, like, I mean, I don't want to say I respect Weston here, but at least, like, he sticks by his guns.
He sticks to his principles, right? If he believes in fucking white hate or whatever, then he's not undercutting. He's not like, "Well, you know what? I hate those blacks, but we're going to hire them because they're cheaper than the whites."
Yeah. Again, like, I feel Darby he is white. He is white hate, but he's not proper.
No.
He's not the real McCoy when it comes to a Nazi. He wouldn't have been running in the SS, so to speak. But Opie returns to the clubhouse. He gets greeted by a big bear hug for Clay. And then Piney pulls Jax to one side. And Jax is like, "Gotta keep this between us." And then Piney basically tells him, "I'm dependent on you to make that right." How about you, Piney, actually do something? Why is Piney just...
Yeah, Piney knows the same as fucking Jax. So if Piney wants to make it right, why doesn't Piney go ahead and make it right?
I know.
I'm going to put a bullet in the dome of that monkey Clay.
If Piney tells Jax, like, "Here, he's my son, and I want to tell him," is Jax really going to, like, yeah, he can maybe argue the point of, right, it's probably better not to tell him. But realistically...
Put two in the back of fucking Piney's head?
Yeah, exactly. And then this...
to reveal the truth. I mean, if Piney wants to tell... Why didn't Piney just do it? Why? He doesn't need Jax to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get the club meeting, finally, this meeting about Opie, who we're going to kill. Clay's like, club-wide condolences to you, Opie. Opie's like, "Thanks." And he's like, "But we got to deal with the underbelly. Those bullets were meant for you, brother."
Plus, Piney being first name, like, does that not give him a bit more, I don't know, respectability, a bit more authority? I mean, surely his words and opinions are a bit more respected. Like, would he not be allowed to come out with some information like that? Something that's that harmful to the something that was, like, done dirty to a member of the club. You'd expect Piney to come out and make that right wrong. Yeah, exactly. Or make that wrong right, even, So.
Exactly. But at Chapel, they point everything towards the Mayans. The evidence that Trammell gave them is towards the Mayans. Even though Opie did say that Unser saw the driver and he was black, and, like, no one saw the driver. Tig was quick to shoot that down. because he was the driver. But aye, so we're going to kill the Mayans. Opie states that he wants to be the one to kill the person who did it, and I think, did he really need to state that? I think that's pretty obvious that he was going to be doing that. Everyone leaves. Jax he gives the wee finger wag to Clay. You come here. We both know this is bullshit. He says, the guy who really killed Donna is out there sharing a drink with his husband. I like this scene.
Wait, her husband? Not his husband. He's not gay. Fucking hope he's a straight male.
Or maybe
Opie's the man.
Opie's the man.
Not a gay man, right?
And Jack says, what are you going to do? Put a bullet in the back of my head too. Oh, ice cold.
Ooh.
Clay didn't like this. His arse almost collapsed, didn't it?
I'd be surprised if Clay did like me. Telling you, Fifi.
I know, I mean, it's like a proper threat from Jax, but in reality, Jax doesn't have, I don't think, Jax would never kill Clay at this point, and I think Clay kind of would, if it came to protecting it.
No, I don't think he would. He could have done it. Jax is the only one that knows. Well, Penny as well.
Well, I guess he could have done it. Maybe a few later seasons, Clay, when he was literally going to kill everyone to just protect it.
Season 4, Clay would fucking probably kill himself to protect
He put too much fucking sugar on his Rice Krispies, man. Clay would have dropped you. But yeah, then we get Tig, Chibs, Jackson, Opie. They chase down the Mayan that is responsible. He's got a Chinese menu of prison sentences.
So he's not a nice guy, essentially, right? Jack says make sure whoever you pin this murder on deserves it. But I mean, you can be a bad person, but if you get killed for something you didn't do, then do you really deserve it?
I know. Like, again, this kind of goes against Jax's moral code of he doesn't like killing people, but again, let's just kill a Mayan, brother. Let's kill a Mayan to get the job done. They eventually do catch him. It takes about fucking 10 minutes in broad daylight, but the streets were empty that they pointed out. Opie then starts, like, roughing the guy up, and then Jax is like, right, Opie, we need 2 minutes here, even though I don't know why. It's not like Opie completely lost the plot, and then Chibs is told by Tig, right, you go sort those two, because that's needed. And then the guy's like, mine's dead enough to do it, man, I swear I say. Then Tig just shoots him in the mouth. Good night. Opie runs over. No doubt about it, bro. This guy killed Donna. Based off what, Jax? I know he's saying that to get Opie to believe that this guy did it, but is Opie not a bit retarded here?
Yeah, it's like, just because this guy in Tig's version of events reached for his gun, how does that mean he killed Donna? He sees himself being surrounded by 4 Sons of Anarchy members. Maybe he thought he was going to die, and he decided to try and make a break for it. That doesn't mean he killed anyone. But the Sons seem to think he killed someone. So if they think he killed someone, they're going to kill him. So he had to obviously try and get out there as quickly as he could. I wouldn't say him trying to escape that situation means he killed anyone.
Yeah, I know. I know, like, if you're 4-on-1 against a rival crew, like, you're going to attempt to escape. It's just
especially when Freedom go to the side.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely the best fucking option for the guy to do. But it is what it is. Opie then marks him with the A hang. We never really see that throughout the show. I'm trying to think. And any other person getting marked with the Anarchy A. But then Jack says, all right, I'll dump the body. You guys get back. Jax then breaks the guy's fingers, shoots him in the stomach, and actually dumps him in the Mayan territory, holding up a 9. So he's went against the whole method of, we're going to pin it on us, brother. No, we're pinning it on the Niners. Thoughts on Jackie Boy doing that?
I don't see why he would want to do it. I don't see why they just didn't kill this guy and bury him. Like, either, I know Opie thinks it was the Mayans that killed Donna, and Clay is, like, pinning it on the Mayans to get it off of Tig or whatever, but you're going to kill a Mayan, and then obviously that is going to... Why would they want to brand it an SOA kill? I mean, surely that's just going to have the Mayans, like, it's going to feed, like, force back on you. It's going to blow back.
Yeah.
Why not just kill the guy and bury him, and so they never... Oh, it's about sending a message. I thought it was about getting revenge. So, like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I know, it is a bit... Yeah, it's very stupid in my opinion. It's very similar to, like, I think the storyline in season 7 to a degree.
Doesn't Clay know that's all going to blow back though?
I know. I don't get it. Like, he says everything he does is for the best of the club. This is not for the best of the club. This is to, like, protect the lie to an extreme degree.
If anything, you could argue what Jax does, even though it's kind of shifting blame, you could argue what Jax does is kind of protecting the Suns, because he's taking the heat off the Suns and putting it all in the Niners. So... yeah, although he is starting, I guess he's starting a mini war or whatever between the Mayans and the Niners, but I guess that's better than starting one between the mines and the suns.
Exactly. Half-Sack then walks in on Gemma and Clay. They say, do you want to join in? He's like, your word serious about you. Get out! I like this. Join in or get out, Sparky.
But if Opie really felt like it was the mines that done it, like surely some random mine didn't just go, I'm going to kill her one day. Would
Yes, Alvarez.
Yeah, Alvarez gave the order, so it's like, wouldn't Opie not be content with just killing some random Mayan? Wouldn't he want to get revenge on Alvarez? I just don't see how Opie would go to bed that night and go, no, you know what? I killed that guy who was ordered to kill Donna. Everything's all right. I imagine that if it was really the mines that done it, wouldn't Sons of Anarchy be going to war with the mines? Or wouldn't Opie at least want war with the mines? Wouldn't he be like, no, I want Alvarez's head on a stick? But we don't get that. Just kill some random fucking Mayan guy, and apparently that's the death. You know, that's payback. I didn't get that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. There's definitely loads of ways that you can look at it, but at least from this point of view...
Who does Penny blame? Who does Penny blame for killing Donna once the truth's out? So who's he going to try and shoot?
Shoots Clay.
And why doesn't he try and shoot Tig? Even though Tig... And to be honest, if anything, Tig was kind of the one putting the information into Clay's mind, right? But at the end of the day, Clay's president and he chose to do this. But you can imagine with the mine, I doubt that mines came up. Well, we know it didn't happen, but I think with the mines, I think Alvarez is just more of a leader. Like, I think Sons, you get a feeling there's like more democracy and the other members have more of a say. I feel like with the mines, it's like, and I know it's because Alvarez is the only character we're really shown, but I think it's like Alvarez's way of the highway. So I would imagine if the mines were going to kill Donna to get revenge on the Sons, it would be Alvarez coming up with the idea. It wouldn't be this guy.
Exactly. I don't want to go to season 7 spoilers, can we?
No.
I could, and I could make up a fair point, but...
I'll just shut up, man, and continue with the review.
I'll continue the review. We've got Bobby's welcome back party, and then out of nowhere... Well, actually, I've said out of nowhere, we'll get to the wee bit before. Penny basically says that, Opie, get your sad little head out your ass, grow a dick, go spend some time with your kids. Thanks, Pop. Penny again, burying his son. It's like, so you not feel even more sorry for his son that the fact that the sons, Tig and Clay, plotted to kill him and kill his wife, but instead he's currently just buries Opie, like.
I know, putting him down. I don't get it.
Like, why don't you, like, fucking hell, like, you don't really get many scenes between Penny and Opie where it's like all happy, hunky-dory.
No, you
like,
don't.
oh, you're my pop, you're my son. You know, you don't get
I
it.
love you, son.
But then we get Sobel and Weston and a few League of American Nationalists show up and they give
Free
Clay
cigars.
free cigars and a business card. I don't know if it's a coupon for cigars, but anyway. So Bell basically tells Sam Crow to stop dealing arms to the Niners and the Mayans. And Sam Crow laughed here.
The wetbacks.
The wetback. No, actually, I don't think he did.
Did you not?
I actually think he actually addressed them as their proper titles because Sobel's top man. Everyone's laughing here. But Sobel's like, you're
Well,
done.
he definitely called the Niners something beginning with N. I'm just not sure it was Niners, like, but...
What, Sobel?
No, I'm kidding. No.
Sobel did.
Sabel's a professional racist, alright?
And this is brilliant acting for Ron Perlman because he does like a wee walk around. He's like, must be top of the Aryan food chain, huh?
Got all your teeth. Speak.
Brilliant, man. And then Tig pulls out his gun. Then Sobel says, are you going to kill me in front of all these witnesses? But yous are outnumbered, right? There's about 5 of yous, and everyone here is Sons affiliated. It's not like you're in the middle of town hall.
I'm sure they would just, if it push came to shove, I'm sure they would just say, it was self-defense, pulled a gun on him.
Yeah, exactly. Clay then tells him no.
Plus, Tig is a crazy bastard. I mean, if Clay told him...
Yeah, I wouldn't have put it past. I mean, if he's going to kill Opie, like...
Do you think if Clay says Tig shoot him, you think Tig's going to refuse? No, I can't. Clay's too many witnesses. Tig's the kind of guy that shoots, then thinks later.
We see that, we see that numerous times throughout the show, but then Clay tells Sobel and the rest alone, nobody threatens Sam Crow. No one tells us what we can and can't do. Black, brown, then he takes a wee look at Weston, or white, and it's like, sick burn.
And White's not liking it. I mean, Weston's not liking it.
You know what? Weston, his facial expressions are fucking pretty good, I'll give him it. And then he says, jump back in your little Nazi clown car and fuck off back to TJ.
What's Weston's first name?
AJ Weston.
What if his last name was... What if his first name was Weston and his last name was White?
Weston White?
Weston White. And he was...
WW?
Walter White's his meth dealer. Cook. Buyer. No.
Yeah, Weston like kind of bumps into Gemma and he's like, "Sorry, ma'am," and we get a good view of his tattoo here. So if you pay attention to that, then you'll get a wee bit of information, brother. And then Bobby pulls up at the party with Agent Stall. Bobby gets his cut back on. Clay's like, "You should stay," and I was like, "I'm sure you could do major damage."
To a stripper pole, great line.
Cheap pop at Agent Stall. She actually enjoyed that line, which I thought was pretty funny.
No, it's weird. I know she's like supposed to play this like bad character, right? She's like a heel or whatever. But there is times when she like can like you know like laugh and interact and mingle. She isn't like a sour faced serious character all the time. Even though she wants to bring them down. I mean, there is times like, especially I think with her and Clay, I think they had good chemistry. It's just a shame we never really got to see them in more scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember when they first met her and she's like, "Ah, we better call that lawyer after all." Like my lawyer's $2,000 an hour or something.
Oh, that was very good. Tara then shows up at Gemma, who's looking after the kid, and she's like, "Right, you gotta get Jax to tell you nothing but the truth, brother. Can't be a Donna or somebody like that who only knows like 33% of the truth, because that will get you killed." Jax then shows up, he joins the party. Of course, he's just dumped out the body. That will have major repercussions in the morning. But Gemma's driving home. Woman pulls up. "My baby swallowed something, it's choking, please help me." And then Gemma opens the back of the van, it's a fake baby, blow to the head, blackjack, good night. Is this stupid for Gemma, or is it just her motherly instincts kicking in, thinking, "Oh, I'm going to help this kid"?
You probably. I don't know why it's stupid. Like, why would she believe that someone's out to get her? Like, you know what I mean?
True.
Wind your neck in.
Wind your neck in, bro.
Like, why? I just don't see what's happened lately for her to believe that, oh, someone's going to come up to her and make up a storyline about, "Oh, my baby's choking even though I don't have one." Like, you know what I mean?
I know, but I hate the moment. Like, I'm not going to bury her.
Plus, like, not to be racist, like, but I mean, it was a white person. So, I mean, it's not even like you could say, "Ah, well, the Suns are, oh, we're in a bit of conflict here with the Mayans," like, so, but it wasn't like it was a Latina person or anything like that. Hispanic person.
Very true, very true.
So, for all she knew, it was just a white rant, because you didn't know who Sibel were, you know what I mean? She asked, like, "Who are they?" And he's like, "Ah, no, never mind, no one." So, it's not like she just really knew anything about what went down there. But even then, I just don't think you'd expect the same night, like within like an hour or whatever, to have that. "Oh, my baby's choking," then to not have a baby, you know what I mean? I thought it was a convincing sell by the Sobel's daughter.
Aye, it was.
Oh fuck, can we say she's Sobel's daughter yet?
Aye, we can.
Doesn't matter, right?
No danger. Tara finds Jax's bloody clothes and he's like, "Help Dopey kill a man today in retaliation for Donna," so he's telling her the truth. Nothing but the truth, brother. And then we get Tig basically saying to Clay, "We're going to come out the other side of this." Clay's like, "Yeah, everything's all right." Well, Clay, it's about to go downtown, because Gemma wakes up handcuffed to I don't even know, where even was this location? It's like something out of Saw.
I don't know, I thought it kind of looked like it could be somewhere where, like, where they're shooting the porn, like, you know, like the warehouse or something. It looked like something like that.
Yeah,
it's like an abandoned warehouse.
I mean, something like that. Kind of looks like the wee Battlestone in Alice in Borderland, episode 6, whatever that was. The game of tag. But three masked figures approach her, and we notice the tattoo. So guess what, guys? It's Weston, brother. And he also refers to her mom during this. But then we probably get one of the darkest scenes of the show. She gets gang raped, and there's no way to gloss over it or make a funny joke. That's just what happens, isn't it? Stop selling guns to color, or we find you and we do this again.
Do this again, brother.
You know, and that was a pretty dark ending. Yeah, it was a pretty dark ending. You know what? I thought it was, I mean, not to sound sick, but I thought it was a pretty good, I mean, it set these guys up as fucking really bad.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a pretty good ending, regardless of the fucking context of what actually happened. So that is it, guys, for the review. In terms of the episode, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty strong premiere. It continued seamlessly from season 1, and it feels like it's just a continuation rather than, oh, season 1 ended and boom, or, you know, it's like a couple of, I think it's like a 2-week time skip or something. I enjoyed it. I'm going to give episode 1, I'm going to get
give it an 8.
Yeah, I'll give
maybe
it
a 7. I don't know, 7 or 8.
If you give it an 8, I'll give it a 7.
Boom, right,
7.5, guys.
7.5. I didn't think it was the strongest episode,
but it was still good.
It was decent. Decent.
Into the quote of the episode, though, it was Chibs, and it was Mick Pricks. I thought this was great in the interaction with the Irish. I mean, it could have been Clay for the whole shutdown line. Nobody threatens Sam Crow to Sobel. It could have been that, but It was very wordy, even though it was great. I'm not saying a wordy quote can't one quote the episode, but Chibs just delivered this like that. These McPricks and the delivery, the roll of the S at the end.
I feel like the best quotes are sentences and not necessarily paragraphs.
Yeah.
Albeit this is like one word.
Yeah,
but normally I think the
these
best quotes are like, you know, decent length but not too long.
Aye.
Sometimes when you're rolling off a whole fucking paragraph, like, it's not that it ain't good, it's just like, you know, it's a bit wordy. So.
Yeah, no, and with Sons, you could literally have about 15 an episode. You really could. But in terms of MVP, it's not Clay Morrow. It's actually a debuting character, Ethan Sobel. I thought he set himself up as a pretty great antagonist this episode.
He did a good job of building his character. I thought all his scenes were good. Whoever plays him seems to be a really good actor. Got me excited to see Ethan Sobel in season 2. Didn't get to see much of Weston, but I'll give a shout out to him as well. I mean, he seems like the more serious, like the backup, the bodyguard.
I thought his scene with Darby was pretty good.
Yeah, me too. So, you know, I like the debut of the League of Nationalists.
And that is it, guys.
American Nationalists.
American Nationalists, can't forget that. But until
League of White American Nationalists.
That's it, the LOWAN, brother. But anyway, that's it for episode 1. Check out Tomorrow, Tell, or Tuesday for episode 2. Can't actually remember what that episode's called. But until Gillard, I think it's called Gillard or something. But until next time, 7.5. Woo!